friends. So happy you are here. So we are going to find out what's happening with you in the next 30 days. And some like messages and advice that we can give. So if you're new here, welcome. If you're one of my old-time friends, welcome back. So what I usually do here is we do pick a cards, but I also like to add random little things, tidbits here and there. So just be on the lookout for those. If you want to find out what's going on in the channel, also if you want to vote for the content that we're making, or if you want to enter into the personal reading giveaway for each month, go ahead and check out the community tab. There's a whole bunch of different things there. And if you feel guided to support the channel, you could support it by going to Etsy and buying one of the oracles. You could also donate, if you want. I have Cash App. I also have PayPal, or if it's just the simplest way you can help out the channel is by subscribing. So thank you so much for considering it. Let's go into each pile. So this is going to be pile 1, this is pile 2, and this is pile 3. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. All right, let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. Close our eyes, clear our mind, and now as we exhale, choose whichever pile draws you to it. All right, let's do this. Hello, my friends from Group 1. I'm so happy you are here. So let's look at that. So you have these 2 cards. This one's a bit racy. I'm not sure if YouTube will let me keep it on there, so we're just going to leave it like that. And we'll read. This is the end of the reading. We'll put those messages out there. So maybe we will put them to the side for now while I knock down all the little hearts. All right, so I'm going to look at it. Okay. Sorry. I'm actually I've just been kind of excited, and I want to look at it this. I want to see what, as you can see, we have different oracle cards, and this is the Once Upon a Dream oracle by Manga Goddess. So this is going to be the overall energy for this next 30 days. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine that? Oh my, I love this. Look at this. You are evolving. And then the illumination. The illumination, there's so many different ways I have so many different, well, not just ideas, but just, how do I say it? Okay, messages. That's what I want to say. So, illumination comes, to me, I'm actually seeing that after some dark times, the light is coming on again. Like, I almost feel like, yes, for some of you, maybe you were hermit moding, or you were in the hermit energy, but what I'm seeing here is what I want to say is everything's paid off. That's what I like, the really overall message that I'm hearing for you for Group 1 is, especially for these 30 days, it's like all of this, whatever it was, like whether it was that you went into hermit mode and you were trying to get more insight into your situation. Maybe you were doing a lot of self-care, maybe some shadow work, whatever it is that you were doing. Maybe for some of you, there was just sort of like a pause where you just, it felt heavy a little bit, but what I'm seeing for these next 30 days is sort of that all that is paying off because we are evolving. To me, that's like the hawk. We're seeing things again from a different perspective, the higher perspective. So, that actually brings me down to an interesting observation that I've been making. Maybe one day I actually want to have maybe little mini discussions, or just insights that I'm getting each week. So I've been thinking a lot about the tower card and tower moments. And it's funny because it comes right after the devil card, and I think that's what I'm seeing here for a lot of you. I feel like maybe you've gone through some sort of tower moment, kind of swords moment. Whatever I'm seeing here is sort of, this is what I got out of me the tower moments. It's sort of like the tower moment is really our ego collapsing. It is sort of like the illusion, or whatever isn't really true. It's sort of like the collapsing of an illusion. And so I feel like that's what you went through, sort of like the collapse of some sort of illusion. And it didn't feel like an illusion. Illusions never do actually feel like illusions. They're sort of like surprising. And so what we're left with after the tower is sort of who we truly are. It's who our true core beliefs, our true, like, those that are left after the tower moment are those that are real, you know? Real friends, real family, real loved ones. And so that's what I'm seeing here for you. I feel like this illumination comes after some sort of like a tower moment. And maybe the illumination comes on with maybe like I did. It's sort of like the illusion has faded, because this is seen to me. It's funny because it's sort of like a hermit card, but it also feels like an ace of swords, like a clarity of thought that comes through here. And then this brings this evolution. So like I said, this is a very beautiful energy for this next 30 days. Let's see. I love this because, yes, after the tower moment comes the start. After it comes the healing, the hope that comes through here. Yes, makes a lot of sense. We have the King of Cups, we have the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Empress energy, and then we have the Page of Cups. Look at this. Such, like, I could tell this is such a beautiful reading, because we have the Page of Cups, which we actually see that there's an evolution from the page to the King of Cups. But I also want to say it's also as well as sort of like in reverse as well, because sometimes, yes, the King of Cups we have, I actually want to say very industrious in like, especially like in learning how to deal with emotions and actually taking action using our emotions. But then the Page of Cups to me is also quite important, because it's sort of the acknowledgement of such emotions. It's the beginning of the acknowledgement. It's sort of like being truthful with our emotions, being able to express them. So like, it's, I would say, the unadulterated way of expressing our emotions. So yes, sometimes we can have temper tantrums and all this, but our emotions is what are guiding here. This is very much, I can tell. But look at the center, the core of this reading is really the Eight of Pentacles, which is the work. There's a sense of grounding here, even though we do have a lot of water energy. It's sort of like the balancing. It's, to me, it's the coming down of two things. It's sort of like a maturation of, like, yes, dealing with emotions. There's a maturity there. And then the Empress is also like a creative force, right? But also an emotional, like, emotions are there as well. And so actually when I see the Empress, it's the reminder, and here with the earth and the water, it's that, yes, along with the sun, it's how we grow seeds, right? It's sort of how when we plant things, we need the water, we also need the earth, we also need the light of the star, which is the sun. I feel like, so what I'm going to say here is that, yes, that's, I guess, the element that I'm seeing that isn't missing, but it's actually, I think, the next sense of evolution for you. It's the sun. So this month is going to be really focusing on your emotions, really expressing those emotions, and taking, like, whatever those emotions are, they're leading you to some sort of like action that you need to be taking. Continuously working on, I feel like, yes, your emotional maturity, but it's also like working on projects that are important. I feel like there's a sense of fertility here as well. For some of you, maybe if you're wondering, this is a good month for like, maybe if you're trying to get pregnant, this is a good fertile month for you. But there's a sense here of, like, what I'm seeing here for you is planting the seeds as well. Planting the seeds. So it's like a fertile time for you to actually take the next step in wherever creative projects you're doing. Healing is also here. Following through everything with this hope. yeah, I just feel like the next stage for you, like I wouldn't be surprised if I see in March or like, well, I won't say, because it's the Eight of Pentacles, there is work to be done. So maybe by the summer, but the sun is the next step here. It's just, oh, it is. Oh, I love it. I really like this reading. Okay. Work in progress, yes. Oh, and that's it. And this is Red Hot Love by V Love and Tarot. So yes, work in progress. This is it. You are a work in progress. This is a work in progress, but you're evolving, and that's an important thing to remember. Yes, and then we go slowly. We don't have, and that's why I say I'm like, no, I wasn't sure of March, but it's sort of like this is a good time. You don't have to move everything fast. It's not. And this is my Sweet Love Oracle. Take it slow, because this is important. This is like important work. This is, I would say, like life work kind of thing. And in terms of like, for those of you who are, this does feel like there's a lot of love here for you as well. Don't, I almost feel like there's a sense of opening your hand up in terms of relationships for you here. And this is what I'm going to say for you. There's a sense of not trying to hold on to. There's a sense of allowing love, like relationships to grow and develop too. Because I feel like there's a sense of not trying to control, but rather let go. In terms of work, I really do think that Eight of Pentacles is sort of like slow and steady, my friends. Slow and steady, you are building progress. Let's see what we also have. Connection. Hopefully this is not too racy. I'm going to put my thumb there. All right, so connection. How can you deepen the connection? Great sexual connection is vulnerable and open. It is a connection. It is connection and intimacy at its physical finest when both partners are contributing. This connection requires good food to function, safety. Oh wait, good food to function properly. The good meal is a mix of vulnerability, safety, confidence, playfulness, communication, and emotional connection. Enjoy the feast. And so this, and so we have, yes, we have a sexual connection here, but it's also like, I also want to say like a connection to spirit. There is a sense here of vulnerability. I think, I guess in all sorts of connections, it doesn't just have to be sexy times here, but it's sort of like being vulnerable. It is like a vulnerability. There's the sense of, and vulnerability only comes when you feel safe. And this vulnerability and this safety does bring about confidence. But again, like there's a sense of playfulness here, and it really does. That's the Page of Cups that brings this, brings about this playfulness. I do like this. Playfulness with emotion, playfulness with love, playfulness with all sorts of things. And then communications. And then I would say that would be the King of, actually that's also the Page of Cups. Actually, there's a lot of communications, but this is the emotional connection for me. This is emotional maturity coming through here. So I would say those key factors: vulnerability, safety, confidence, playfulness, and communications allow the maturing of emotional connections with yourself, with spirit, or with a significant other. Sorry, I'm like, there we go. All right, I'm gonna read these after, because I want to do like little charms. Yes. All right, let's see what charms come out for the next 30 days for the collective of this one. Okay, look at you. Oh, yes, you did. You got the star, so some sort of wish fulfillment. Okay, we have Jade. It's important. Turtle, slow, my friends, right? Slow. Don't think it. This is my firefly. This is so the firefly. So it is again the illumination. It's sort of like, that's what I keep, like you are lighting yourself up, and you're also lighting up others. Here, I feel like this is letting us know that somehow the communication is so important, because look, sometimes you're headed in different ways. I think a lot of sorry, just getting another. I think a lot of problems happen in relationships of all kinds, but especially like romantic, is because there's miscommunications. I feel like this is the upside down is a miscommunication. Let's right side up this heart. Okay, so communication is so important. I really do feel like that's something that comes through, and that's the vulnerability too. So you might be feeling like your heart is taking you in two different ways. Find the place where you are, the meeting place is what I'm gonna say, with you and others. Let's see. I do want to do my mystical sign crystal ball oracle. Let's see what other amazing things are coming. Timber protection. So changes will happen in the home for this. Next 30. Oh, victory! Wish granted. Yes. And it's a crown. So something's gonna, and you have the Empress. So maybe for some of you, maybe getting married, getting engaged. Congratulations. Or also, like with the crown, could also mean many things. So, but yeah, wish granted. It's been echoed here. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, so forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Oh, yes, yes. So there's a sense of needing forgiveness from the past, and that's what I feel like you've already like with this illumination. To me, it's like you're in the process of forgiveness. With this, also with the star, it's the sense of healing, but you are learning how to focus. You're, really focus on what you want, and what you really desire. And look at this. So how many like sexy times do you have here? For your passion, magnetic, seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. So for lots of you, there is a lot of like sexy times coming up ahead. Oh, and I forgot to say, we have J and we have O. So, oh, and I thought naughty things with that one. So there'll be a lot. I feel like, yeah. So for a lot of you, this next 30 days, there's a lot of passion, and so use it wisely, my friends. So thank you so much for being here. I am so happy that you are, that I was able to do your reading. I feel so honored. If you want to know what's happening with the channel, or if you want to enter in the subscriber personal reading giveaway, go check out the community tab. There's a whole bunch of different things over there. And also, just thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I am sending you a giant hug. Until I see you in the next one. Bye-bye, my dear friends. Hello, my dear friends from group 2. I'm like, oh, you can tell I'm not a singer. Not meant to be a singer. It's okay. So we're going to leave these 2 messages for the end of the reading. So I'm hoping you'll stick around with me before then. And then we're going to look at this. This is the overall energy for the next 30 days for you. So we have Mask, cool, and Princess. Okay. So, I have to say, this is one of my favorite. Like, I love her decks. Like, this is a Once Upon a Dream Oracle by Mumat Goddess. I love her decks. This is one of my favorite cards from the deck, though. So we have Mask and we have Differences. So I'm seeing here that we are. What I think about this is more of like trying to mask the differences. So I'm gonna say like trying to conform a little bit. Hiding yourself, hiding your true self here. See, because you can look at these 2 little rats here. Oh, and it doesn't matter. Like, really doesn't. Like, one hair is gray and the other one is white. It's like, that's, and maybe this personality is like the personality. I actually want to say, like, that's what I'm gonna say to you here. So whatever it is that you're hiding, I almost feel like you're trying to blend in somehow. Not to do that if possible, because that's what the beauty is. I really like, I actually like when people have different thoughts than me. I like when they have a different perspective than me. Yeah, like I don't like, and I hope that makes sense to you. Would you want somebody to just tell you yes, yes, yes all the time, even when you're wrong, right? You wouldn't want that. And so don't be that. Don't be the yes, yes, yes. Be the person who you are. Like, and for those of you, like, I'm gonna say God made you who you're meant to be, and it's like who you are is awesome. And if God offends you, then use whatever like spirit or whatever. But you were created in such a manner that is so amazing, and like everybody is unique, and that's so beautiful. So don't ever mask that. Don't ever like hide who you are. Because you're afraid of standing out, or even mask yourself to try to stand out either. Be who you're meant to be. I know that's actually like that's true. That's such a I want to say it's a cliche saying, but it's also like not only a cliche saying. It's sort of like a lot. It sounds a lot easier than it is, right? Because a lot of the time we actually don't know who we are. We have some instinct there. So for those of you who are having trouble with like deciphering, like who are you, right? This identity of who am I? I would, how would I? Well, how do I? Because I'm still in the process of like figuring myself out too. So maybe the mask is okay. So I'm gonna say this is funny. Sometimes we do need to wear a mask. Not because we need to wear a mask, but because we don't know we're wearing one until we finally take it off. I hope that that is a little bit strange sounding, right? But I feel like if you're trying to find out who you are or who you're not, see where you are in your life and who you are surrounded by, and then listen to your intuition whether you like where you are and who you're with. If not, because a lot of the time, I'm going to say this, we attract the people who we attract is usually a reflection of who we are. Because there's also a sense that even if we're not that, like and who we are is, I'm using it in the vague sense of who we are right now at the moment, because we do attract, like alike people do attract. Sort of like there's a sense sort of like your energy is giving out. And if you don't like the people who are surrounding you or the circumstances that are around you, then that means that you're wearing a mask of some kind. And so you can take it off, and you can also be acknowledged the fact that you can change who you are. But who you are is always a unique being. Okay, hope that makes sense. I'm not sure if I was talking in riddles. Please forgive me if I was. It just seems like this is an important thing. We have the Magician energy here. We have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, Four of Wands, and the King of Swords. And so what I'm going to say with this, I feel like the mask that's coming through. So this is what I'm going to say. I'm glad. Should have like just looked at it, but you are not scarce in any of the things that you have. I feel like that's what I also feel like you feel also that we need to control certain things. We do not. You, my friends, are the magician. You, my friends, have the ability to manifest the things you desire. And for some of you, that might be family. For some of you, that might be like acknowledging this desire for family or for financial like abundance, where maybe that's the call that you're being given here. It's almost like maybe for some of you it's this Four of Wands. There's a sense of connecting with others. I do not see here we have Pentacles, Wands, so that's like that's an interesting combination. And we have Swords, but we do not have Cups. And I feel like that's what we're missing here. And the Cups are missing. Their emotions here, you're holding on to, I feel like almost, there's also like a sense of like scarcity and fear of loss. I feel like there's a fear of loss of control of somewhere here. And so that's sort of like, I'm going to say, you don't need to do that. You have a lot of abundance. You have a lot of support. You also have, I I feel like what I'm seeing here is that instead of this Four of Pentacles of trying to hold on to something so tightly, there's this Four of Wands that is trying to instead let yourself celebrate. It's almost like the opening of yourself up. Oh, I do see that, the flower opening. The King of Swords. I love this King of Swords here, because it's sort of like, it could be two ways. There's a sense of being honest and cutting ties, and like cutting, like I almost want to say cutting away the illusion. That's what I'm kind of seeing here. And I also feel like there's a sense of holding up your truth here. Too interesting here. There's also a lot of masculine energy. So I feel like there's a sense of action needed. The Magician energy is so like, you are creating the things, but you're going to need to cut away things that aren't serving you. I really do feel like that. And what I'm feeling that isn't serving you is this Four of Pentacles. It's like you're trying to hold on to it. You're trying to control a little bit, trying to like contract when you're needing to blossom. You're needing to open up. This Four of Wands, for me, it is like a sense of celebration. It is a sense of enjoying all the different things that are around you. Oh, I like it. Let's see what other stuff. Separation. Okay. Yeah, for some of you, this is the Red Hot Love by V Love and Tarot. Separation is sort of like you're gonna need to separate. Maybe for some of you, you're actually on like a separation right now. But for me, it's sort of like separating your fears from your truth, because right now you're holding, because this Four of Pentacles is actually feeling very much a fear-based one. You need to separate. You think that the fear is the truth, but it is not. And so this is why we have the King of Swords. That is not true. Scarcity is not true. The closing off so that you're not hurt is not true. The opening up and allowing, that's where the truth lies. Separating the truth from the lies. Okay, let's see what is there as a strength. Oh, yes. This would be, we have the strength card here, yeah, but we also have, to me, it's sort of like, and again, I'm noticing the difference, the different patterns, the different colors, everything makes up this strong heart of yours. So I'm going to actually say something to me that seems to me what I'm getting here at. Yes, I really do want to say that there is a sense here of really acknowledging your uniqueness. Yeah, I keep seeing it sort of like you're like, nope. And it's a sort of way of survival. It's sort of like you're trying to prevent yourself from being hurt by hiding this uniqueness of yours. All the different combinations, all the different ideas make you who you are, and it's quite lovely that way. Yes, we have the magic. So, do you believe in magic? And I like that this card followed this. Magic changes the facilitator, which in turn has an effect on the extended world. Inner work affects the surrounding reality, either directly or as a result of changing consciousness in the person. Magic is a transformation of the heart psyche. Through initiation, meditation, visualization, and manifestation, start by believing, then notice what happens. And so you have this ability to change. And I feel like that next 30 days here for you is really connecting to this Magician energy rather than this Four of Pentacle energy. Not trying to harbor things, but rather release. And I know that's hard because, well, yeah, it is the sense of it. But it's also a sense of, I really do want to say, cut away the illusion, which is really the fear. If you can actually see through like all your thoughts, all your worries, especially with this Four of Pentacles, and almost, I want to like be honest with your true desires, with what you truly want for yourself. That is something that I'm seeing here. Quite lovely, actually. But let's see what other things happen here. What other things are coming for the collective of group 2 this next 30 days. Moon recognition. Fortune and prosperity is on the rise, right? But it's a sense of you recognizing it. To focus on your own, like on the little, it's like you're focusing too much on the little bit rather than like on the small picture rather than the big picture that's coming for you. So let's see what other things are coming. And this is my Mystical Signs Oracle. It's on sale on Etsy. If you want to go and shop it, get it. It is pretty much okay. And then you have the sense paddle, patience. You will have troubles at home, but things will be resolved. So and that's from. So I feel like that's the sense here. And maybe you're worried about finances in this next 30 days. Things will clear up. There's a sense, like I said, to separate the fear from the truth, and also understanding that you have the ability to manifest a lot. All the things that you want, you can manifest. Ambiguity, broken line, indecisive plans or something that will not last. Okay. And so what I'm seeing here is this. It's sort of like the ambiguity is not recognizing who you are. Sort of, that makes sense. Actually, we're gonna do the charms. Let's see what charms you have for the next 30 days for the collective of group. Oh, this one came out. Oh yeah, look at that. I love this because you got the fruit. So this is the outcome. This is you, like things that you want are coming true for you here, because this is the fruition. This is something that comes out here. Oof. And the rainwater, releasing. I really do want to say it, like releasing past emotions, releasing just like past emotions, but there's also like a sense of like, to me that also seems like there's a lot of fear there. I don't know why. I'm just like scarcity for me. It's sort of like you're focusing on this cloud rather than the sun or like the rainbow that is coming out. You have it already. I feel like there is a sense of like a good luck, fortune, prosperity is on the rise, but you're now focusing on that. You're focusing on the things that you don't have. 5 of Cups energy. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay. We have the L. We have L, A, and Q. Okay. And I'm also seeing here with this, again, very much wisdom, intuition, guidance, following, like listening to your dreams. But it's sort of like, I'm going to say like your manifestation is coming like through, is helping you because it's coming through with the psychic development. I hope that makes sense. Like sometimes I'm like, this all makes sense. Okay, so you have this one. Now we're going to read the message. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times you must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. Okay, very, very strong statement. Yeah. Okay. And we have my beloved. Though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Whew. And this is a message for some of you, but what I'm seeing here is that what I'm going to call, and so for some of you, this, you know who this is for. You'll feel it, it'll echo in you. But I want to say that the way this is the spiritual, we are always united, for love transcends space and time. And that's the important thing here, that love does transcend space and time. So do things with love. I hope that makes sense. All right, I'm gonna leave it here. I'm like, oh, group 2. I'm not sure if you're gonna like this, but I hope you do, and I hope that you get the information that you need. Like whatever, I'm leaving it to spirit because this is the message that we got. So, yeah, okay. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for letting me read your cards. It really means a lot to me. I'm always honored by it. So until I see you in the next one, bye-bye, my dear friends. Hello, hello. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so you chose this beautiful card, and we're going to do this at the end. And you also have 2 cards. So we'll look at what they have for us. Let's see what the overall energy for this next 30 days are. And this is the Once Upon a Dream Oracle, the Moth Goddess. So we have opportunities are on the rise, and there is jealousy. Oh boy, oh boy. It's so funny because it's sort of like, is it somebody else's jealousy? Is it our own jealousy? Either way, it's okay. I know, you're like, oh my goodness, no, this is fine. I feel like, just being careful of others, because sometimes when we have opportunities, there are people who get jealous. It just sort of happens. There's also a sense of also being careful with our own, like if we're focusing, and this, I'm not saying that you're jealous, but if in the case if you are, sometimes I get jealous. I'm okay with like acknowledging that. I'm like, oh, I really want that. So what I'm gonna say here is for those of you who are like feeling a bit jealous, like you're like, this person has like sometimes I'm like, there's no fair. These persons have a whole bunch of subscribers, and I'm like struggling along, and so I do like I'm gonna be honest. There's a sense of jealousy there, and but do I fester in it? Nah. I acknowledge it, and I'm like, okay, I can acknowledge why they like their channels grow, and I can see, I'm like, okay. And so what, instead of I turn that jealousy around, and I turn into something that I can learn from the person who I'm, jealous of in some way. So I'm like, okay, what is it that I really want? And how are they doing it? How are they, like, what's bringing about this success that I really want? Okay. So I'm going to say the same thing for you. If you are feeling jealous, no shame. There's no shame in that. There's like, first of all, let's just get that out of the way, because I feel like everybody's like, oh no. We have an array of emotions for a reason, right? We feel a whole bunch of stuff. Sometimes we're going to feel jealous. Yeah, that's okay. I want you to first of all, say that's okay. Now, what I want you to think about is, why is you jealous, and see how you can, like, what it is, what lesson you can learn from the person that you're jealous about, right? And if this has nothing to do with you, and then also just being aware, because once we recognize what we desire, the opportunities are open, because we're like, oh, okay, now we have a plan, and so opportunities come. For those of you who this is just somebody else who's jealous, because there's doors that are being opened, there's opportunities for you. Well, I have 2 ways of thinking. Not to pay this person too much attention. Don't get dragged into that drama. But, do, have a protection, if you will. Like, always, like, surround yourself with light. Or if you see somebody jealous, like, I always try to also wish them, like, their own happiness. Sort of like, if somebody else has somebody's happiness, they lose focus on you. So maybe that's what I would say. But yeah, don't let other people's, like, whatever this is, opportunity. Be aware there's opportunities this next 30 months. This next 30 days. All right, let's see, what do we have? King of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Cups, my friends. Ooh. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Cups. Wow. And then we have that. Okay, looking at this, we have wish fulfillment right off the bat. You do have the opportunities here. Opportunities are spoken here. In terms, I feel like opportunity for some of you is like maybe a job offer, some sort of, like, if you're creative, some sort of a creative project coming through, or still, like, it's definitely an offer. For others of you, this might be a love offer coming with this Knight of Cups. If it is so, it is coming from possibly a King of Pentacles, so somebody who's, like, mature, a little bit well off, coming through as well. The Death card is some sort of ending here. What am I? Maybe the ending of jealousy. Maybe the ending. I'm going to clarify this one, actually. For some of you, I feel like you might be the Queen of Swords here. And so this King of Pentacles is offering you, like, trying to send you some, like, hey, I like you energy with the Knight of Cups. I'm not sure if you're even focusing on it, though, to be honest. you might just be like you're focusing on this Ace of Pentacles, this wish fulfillment, and even this Death card, which I feel like it is some sort of like a death. So maybe some sort of ending. So for some of you, I feel like you're still focusing on something from the past, while this is coming towards you. So that's an important thing. For others of you, I feel like with this, this might be more like for a business. This is a King of Pentacles, so it might be that you are actually getting a job offer. It might be that you're actually just being like recognized as being awesome. Queen of Swords, love this energy. Very, very good. But it's funny to me that you're not looking at this. That's being like, it's maybe, so for some of you it might be surprising. I feel like you are really actually focused on this, and I do want to clarify this Death card. Actually, let's use my mystical manga since we're already in a manga kind of set. What is this Death card doing here? Group 3. Okay, we have, yeah, choices. I feel like, okay, so you're going, okay, and then I almost feel like there's a sense of this that's ending here as well. So the ending of this Five of Pentacles by shifting and changing, I guess, your path in one way or another. I feel like that's what I'm saying here. You're choosing a different path than you had originally thought. Again, this though is interesting to me because it seems very awesome that way. We have the Sweet Love Oracle done by me, so we have fragile hearts, and so maybe that's why you're trying to avoid this, the King of Pentacles with the Knight of Cups. So you're like, I have a fragile heart. You've been hurt. I do feel like you have been burned. For some of you, this is an abandonment, might be abandonment in terms of like a connection that ended, or it might be scarcity in terms of like not having enough money. But so you're like, but this makes a lot of sense with this abandonment. So you're like, this ending that happened, different route, different paths. So you're ignoring this a little bit. Okay, and we also have, yes, look at this. And this is Red Hot Love. So solitude, you're kind of choosing. This is so funny because it's sort of like you're like choosing to be by yourself. You don't have to, my friends. This is something that there are opportunities, but maybe you are trying to ignore it a little bit because you were burned a little bit in the past. So just be aware, this is happening. You can choose, you have the freedom of choice. So we have time. Here we have, what time is it really? Time is a measurement that we create. It doesn't actually exist. People have invented time to keep track of past and to try to predict the future. Have you noticed things move in their own time no matter what you have planned? The experience of time is different for someone in New York, Tokyo, on a plane in the air moving at 300 miles per hour, sitting on a planet Mars, or hanging in the fifth dimension. So, so what I'm seeing here is, I'm going to say divine timing here is, but also like, I guess time might be interesting for you as well. So if this is what you're ignoring because you're trying to work on your own time, that's fine too. Maybe that's what we're seeing here. It's like, do things at your own pace, at your own time, because there is a lot of wish fulfillment. There's opportunities coming your way. I do like this. All right, so we have support. So you have many loyal friends that will help you. So there is support coming. You're ignoring it though. So maybe allowing it might be better. And yes, because we do have this, look at this, openness. You will receive compliments and new friendship. Okay, well, like, I really like this. This is my mystical science crystal ball oracle. And we also have, something will be completed or fulfilled in the wheel. And you are in charge. That's another thing. The wheel. I feel like, so if something didn't work out in the past, I feel like whatever this was because divine timing was in the works there, my friends. And that's what I'm seeing here for you. All right, let's see what your charms are, and then we'll read the cards. All right, let's see. What is happening? Okay. So yeah, first, some of you, hearts in separation. So you might be in separation, or maybe somebody's coming towards you. We have pie. An interesting. Oh, no. I was gonna say it's sometimes April 20th might have something to do with you. That's important. We can have this. Yeah, there's some sort of celebration. Look at this. Romance. I'm sorry, my friend, but you have a lot of like, look at this. You have an encounter here. Love again with the little bunnies. And you also have the heart. That's love right there. Oh, okay. Whirlwind, maybe celebration. This could be celebration, but it could also be whirlwind. We have G-O-U. Yes. G-O-U, gum, I don't know. And then love and beloved. Yeah, lots, so much love here for you. Even if you're ignoring it, love is coming, my friend. Like, I'm turning my back on it. Don't turn your back on it. There's a lot of things coming. For some of you, there's a sense of music. But this is a pick, so this is all about music, maybe for some of you. And maybe with this, it seems like it is a lion. So maybe with a Leo. So yeah, that might be something there. The pie here is, though, it's interesting for me because it is really like, I'm seeing April 20th, but this is for the next 30 days. So something important on April 20th. I'm also going to say, like, again, sort of like time and signs are so important for you. Let's see what else is coming. Let's read all your little cards. Yay! Okay, so we have this one. We have the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. Possibilities again, right? A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Oh my God, this is like amazing because it's true. And then you do have a new path, but you're still kind of holding on here a little bit as well and ignoring this. So the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. New path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. You don't have to be alone, my friends. And then we also have this one. Trust. Transformate your careers through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. But I see, for me, it's like a sense of follow it with faith. Follow it with trust. Have faith in this. I really like this reading for you, Group 3. I hope you like it. It's an exciting next 30 days, I can tell. All right, I am so honored that I was able to do this reading for you. If you did like it, please do give it a thumbs up and do consider subscribing. And also, please go check out the community tab. There's a lot of stuff going on over there, and it tells you what's happening in this channel as well, and you get to participate. And if you want, you can enter in the personal reading giveaway for subscribers. Oh my goodness, so much cool stuff. I really like this reading. I'm glad we were able to end it with it. Thank you so much. I am so happy. Sending a giant hug, and until I see you in the next one, bye-bye, my dear friends.